Hey guys, so I am Marvel trash. I am complete and utter Marvel trash, if you couldn't tell by all of the vinyls and stuff here, the t-shirt, the Avengers A ring, if I get it around the right way, the Loki's Army ring, and just about every comic book haul I ever do. I am Marvel trash. I am complete and utter Marvel trash. So when it turned out there was going to be a Superheroathon, and I will leave the links down below to the 2 announcement videos, I had to get involved. I could not resist getting involved, and considering all the prompts are based on Marvel characters, and this goes into the month of April where obviously Infinity War is coming out, I had to get involved. And so without further ado, I'm going to get into my TBR, which is surprisingly unsuperhero-y. The first prompt is Iron Man. Read an oldie but a goodie. And for that, I've gone for Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows, because I have not read this book, and all of these books that I have on this TBR I have not read yet, but I want to read this one because apparently it's supposed to be really, really good, and I'd count it as an oldie because it's been out for years. I don't even know when this came out, but it came out absolutely years ago, and if I don't read it soon, my best friend's going to kill me, and everyone else on here is probably going to kill me unless I read this soon, so I figured it was a good time to start this one. The next prompt was Captain America. Read a book that represents your country, and for this I've gone for a book called Peter Darling. It's quite a short book, but it's basically like a retelling of Peter Pan, and it's just something that I reckon really represents this country, because obviously most of the characters are English. It's written by an English writer. Half of it's set in London, half of it's set in Neverland. But it's just generally quite an English story, I think. So that's why I'm going for it. The next prompt was Captain Marvel. Read a new release that has got your attention. Now, the thing is, I'm filming this on Monday the 19th of March. My birthday's on the 23rd, and this starts on the 25th. And I've got a whole load of new releases on my to-buy list, and I haven't actually bought them yet because I'm waiting to go shopping on my birthday to get new releases. But basically, I've got 3 options that I want to buy for my birthday, and I may buy all 3, I may just buy just one of them, I may end up buying none of them. It depends on what the store's got. But basically, when I go out to buy books, I'm either going to be buying To Kill a Kingdom, Children of Blood and Bone, or Gunslinger Girl. I would also say The Beast's Heart, but that's not actually out until May in this country. It's out everywhere in the world, apart from the UK at the moment, so I can't have that one. But it's either going to be one of those 3, hopefully, because they are all actually out in the UK, and I really want to read all of them. But if I don't manage to get hold of any of those, I will probably be reading Odd and True. It came out in, like, October last year, I think it was, or September, but I'm counting it as a new release, and I'm going to read that one if I don't get any of these. The next prompt was Ant-Man. Read a tiny book that packs a punch. And for this one, I'm going to go for Quiet Girl in a Noisy World, because it's quite a short book. It's a graphic novel, and it's only going to take me about half an hour to read, I think, judging by how quickly other people have read it. And it's just basically a book all about being an introvert and how sort of just being an introvert, essentially, and I think that's going to really pack a punch for me personally, because I'm very, very introverted. I haven't really read that many books written by introverts about being an introvert, so I reckon that's going to pack quite a punch. The next prompt was Hulk. Read an intimidating book that you want to smash out, and that's going to be Illuminate by Anna Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, because look, it's quite big. It's about 500 pages, and for me that's quite intimidating. I would say American Gods, that's there, but that's far too intimidating, and quite frankly, even though this is a really, really chilled, like, readathon, I'd rather read more than one book, if you know what I mean. And I'd like to watch the TV series while I read that, and at the moment, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to watch the TV series while I read it. So I went for Illuminate instead, because it's still quite massive, and I do want to smash it out, and I reckon I could do this one because this one is slightly more manageable, I think. The next prompt was Black Panther. Read a book with a POC protagonist, and for that I've gone for The Wrath and the Dawn, because this one is set entirely in India, if I remember rightly, and it's based entirely on Indian mythology and things like that. So I reckon this would be a really good book to read for this prompt, and also I've been told that it's supposed to be really, really good, and I think it's sort of a retelling of a classic story as well, and I think that's just going to be a really fun read, so I decided to read this one as well. And then after that, it's Thor, read a book set in a different world. And could I really read anything that wasn't Discworld? So I've gone for Weird Sisters. And this one, I know nothing about it, to be honest. All I know is that this is quite a short one, and Granny Weatherwax is in it, who I have never met, but I have heard of. And it's just set in the Discworld, which is obviously another world, and a world that I really, really enjoy reading. This has been on my to-read list for a while, so I'm going to give this one a go. Also, it's quite short, so if I get quite knackered reading these really, really big books, I've then got a short one to sort of cleanse things a bit, I guess you could say. The next prompt was Black Widow, read a book with a kick-ass female lead. And I've gone for Forest of 1,000 Lanterns. I've gone for this one because this is a Cinderella retelling, if I remember rightly. It's not Mulan. I want to say it's Mulan, but it's definitely not Mulan. I think this is actually Cinderella, I think, or something. But this is supposed to have a really, really kick-ass female protagonist who fights and everything. And I've wanted to read this for a really, really long time. The sequel is coming out this year, so what better time to read it than during this readathon to see if I want to buy the sequel. Next one is one of my favourites, which is What Would Stan Lee Do, which is read a Marvel comic, and I have gone for two, and both of them are Black Widow. I've got Black Widow, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Most Wanted, and Black Widow, No More Secrets. And I reckon these will be quite a good palette cleansers for these really, really massive books. Both of them will only take me about 2 hours to read in total, which will be great and really sort of up how much I've read during this readathon, because I don't think I'm going to get through all of these. Even though it's really chilled, I kind of want to get through all of these, but I'm probably not. I was originally going to save these books until the Black Widow film came out, but then I realised that's probably going to be 2020, and quite frankly, I can't wait that long. And also, as you can see on the back of this one, I don't know if you can see that properly, but that and that is Black Widow and James Buchanan Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. And how can I wait another 2 years to read these if Black Widow and Bucky Barnes is going to be in a comic together? I have to read these now. I ship them quite hard, so there was no way I was going to wait to read these, and this readathon has just given me the excuse to read these now. And I'm going to read both simply because they are a duology, so it's the entire storyline. There was no way I was just going to read like the first one and then leave the second one, so I'm just going to go for both. And then finally, the last prompt is The Avengers, read a book that is squad goals. And could I really say anything apart from Skullduggery Pleasant here? This is the 4th book in the series called Dark Days. I've been meaning to read this one for so long because book 3 left it on a massive cliffhanger, and I've been waiting to read the next one since November last year. And to be honest, Skullduggery, Valkyrie and the other characters together are just complete squad goals. They are totally squad goals, and I would love to be Valkyrie in their squad, or just to be a part of their squad. I want to read at least 3 books during this readathon, and that's going to be quite difficult because I'm really, really busy, especially considering the books I want to focus on are the longest. I want to read Illuminae, 6 Prose and The Wrath and the Dawn in this readathon at the very least, but I've got an incredibly busy next couple of weeks during this readathon, so this is going to be quite fun. Like, for example, I'm seeing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child during this readathon. I'm also going to a concert, and I've got a business conference, and God knows what else I'm going to be doing. Oh, and I'm also going to the cinema. I'm probably having an entire day dedicated to being in the cinema as well during this readathon. So I don't think I'm going to get through that many. I know this is supposed to be really, really super chilled, but I still want to read 3 books at the very least, and I've gone for the biggest ones. I'm starting to regret that idea, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to at least try to read 3 books. Even if I just read like 1.5 or something, I'll still be really, really pleased with that. But that is currently my TBR for this readathon. I'm probably not going to be vlogging the entire thing. I may do I'm going to do a massive wrap-up video at the end of this, but I'm probably not going to do a massive vlog for this, considering my Time Hopathon vlog was like nearly half an hour long, and if this is over 2 weeks, I'm going to be here for days, and that vlog is going to be ridiculously big, and it will never upload on my Wi-Fi. So instead, I'm probably actually going to be doing update videos on my Instagram story and just generally on Instagram, so I will leave the link to that down below along with all of my other social media if you want to check that out. I'm probably going to be also trying to review some of the books I read this readathon on my blog, which I'll also leave the link to down below. And I'm just going to try it that way, to be honest. I think I'm just going to try it that way. It's going to be an experiment, to say the least. It's going to be an experiment, and I'm just going to try my best to read half of these books. I'm also going to be uploading videos to this channel that are a bit more superhero based, if you want to check any of those out. So yeah, it's going to be a superhero-y busy next couple of weeks, because I've just realised as well that in the middle of this readathon, Camp Nano starts. So I'm also going to be doing that on top of everything else. I'm not going to finish this TBR. I'm not going to finish this readathon. I'm totally not going to finish this readathon. I'm going to try, but I'm probably going to fail. But it's taking part that counts, and it's going to be a superhero-y fun time before Infinity War comes along and breaks my soul into pieces. So yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm hopefully going to get through at least 3 of these books. Probably not. Going to try anyway. But I'm going to stop rambling now, because otherwise I'm going to psych myself out of doing this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up, and I will leave the links down below to all of my social media if you want to check any of those out for updates or anything like that to do with this readathon. And also tell me down below any of the books I should be prioritising out of this list and stuff like that, because I'd love to know which ones I should be prioritising, or if I should be leaving some of these behind to read other ones or anything like that. Please tell me that down below. And if you're also joining in with the Superheroathon, please tell me that down below. I'd love to know who else is joining in. And also, if you want to see any more of my videos where I'm talking about superheroes and TBRs and Camp Nano and all the rest of it, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.